Welcome back, coders, to Learn2Leads.
So today we are going to discuss about variable and keywords. So first we'll start by reading some notes and then we'll see how things practically work in VS Code. So what is variable? So variables are nothing but a reserved memory location to store value. That means when you create a variable, you reserve some space in memory based on the data types of a variable. So in simple term, variable is just like a container to store value. Just like you might have a lot of container in your home to store different things like rice, oil, wheat, like that. And another thing is there. So if Python is not your first programming language, you might have familiar with data types. So in order to define a variable, we need to explicitly mention the data types. But in Python, you don't need to do this because Python dynamically determine the data types of a variable. So now let's see the variable naming rules. How you can define a valid variable. So variable names must begin with either an alphabet letter, lower or uppercase, or underscore, but it cannot start with a digit. And a variable name can consist alphabet letter, underscores, and numbers. It cannot contain any kind of punctuation. And a variable name should be always meaningful. Okay. So now let's open the VS Code to see how you can define a variable. So let's open the VS Code. So I am creating here a file with tutorial2.py. Okay. So just to make the thing easier, I'm commenting here allowed variable and not allowed variable. Okay. So what is allowed variable? So you can start a variable name like this, myvar. Just for example, I'm storing a value over here. You can start like this. You can start like this. You can start like this. Also, you can give like this. So as you can see, VS Code is not showing any kind of error over here. But what is not allowed variable? Let's see. If you start any variable with numbers, so it will show error, as you can see. Also, you can't give a space in a variable. So if I give a space, as it's showing error, so these are not allowed variable. Okay. So now let's see what is the meaningful variable. So for example, if you want to add two number like this, so if I give name A 4, B 4, 5, and then C A plus B, and then if I print, the output will be 9. Okay. So it is not a organizable way to write the code, but if we give the variable name like that, so suppose number 1 5, number 2 5, then sum number 1 plus number 2. So as you can see, this is looking a good code. So if I run this, as you can see, we have got the output. But this is how we have to define the variable name. A variable name should always be meaningful, should not be meaningless. Now let's talk about keyword. So what is keyword? So in Python, a keyword is a reserved word that hold a special meaning in the language syntax. These words are part of the Python language and cannot be used as identifier. So basically Python is saying You can use any name as a variable, but you can't use those reserved keyword as a variable name, function, or anything. So now let's see in the VS Code. So first let me import keyword. Okay, now let me print keyword dot list. So you can see all the keyword over here. If I use any keyword as a variable name, suppose let example if, as you can see it's showing error. You can't use any keyword as a variable name. Okay, so if you want to check also how many keywords are in the Python, so you can check using length function. So let's see. Okay, print length keyword dot list. Okay, so as you can see there are 35 keyword in Python. Okay, so I have already covered 3 video on Python. If you guys haven't watched it yet, so go and check it out. And if this video seems to you informative, so please subscribe our channel and hit the bell icon. So tomorrow we'll cover data types in Python. And thank you for watching the video.